I think if you wouldn't do a training program that you wrote for someone else, it probably sucks. This is context dependent, but I think it still reigns true in most cases. As a coach, it can be really easy to get caught up in the programming for your athletes, trying to do the best job possible and prepare them for their sport the best way you know how. Sometimes being on that quest can lead you to making programs that are optimal on paper, but absolute dog shit upon execution. You might think you have the perfect exercise selection, perfect linear periodization, and be like, dang, these guys are really going to get the best gains ever out of this block. But then your athlete actually does the program and it's a mess. They're absolutely cooked because you asked them to do too many high efforts in the same day. You realize that you accidentally asked them to superset 2 exercises using the same equipment, so they're spending more time setting stuff up than actually training. Then all of a sudden, the program you thought was perfect turns out to be a dud, and that can leave you questioning your own abilities as a coach. I'm saying this as someone who's absolutely guilty of doing this, but I have learned from those mistakes in the past. And this is why I use the would you actually do that program smell test. This certainly applies to coaches, but even if you're just someone that does your own programming, this is relevant to you. Sit down and really put yourself in your athlete's shoes. Would you want to show up to do what you're asking them to do weekly? How would you feel after being on that program for a few weeks? Would you have energy left to practice your sport? This isn't a catch-all, but it really helps me, especially with programming for athletes that are in season. Optimal on paper never overpowers realistic. But that's all for today. Thank you for clicking on this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed and check out Brookwood Concurrent in the description below. That's how I think most people should train if they want to just be as jacked and athletic as possible. And yes, I would do that program because it is my training. That is what I do on a weekly basis. But thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.